Hi YouTube, I'm back. I survived. It was all good. I realised that my last video from Japan didn't actually explain how I managed to get to the airport, get any food. Um, so I thought I'd give a brief update. Um, Basically, the night I got back to my hotel, I had sort of about 500 yen left, which was enough. I saved about 300 to get me to to Tokyo Station the next day. A couple of rides on the subway, and then I spent a couple of hundred yen on a banana or something. Um, so the next morning I was pretty delirious, and I got out and I got to Tokyo Station, and I'd found online. Um, I got some free internet in the hotel, so I found online the location of an HSBC Premier Bank. But I've got an HSBC account in England. But to have an account in Japan with HSBC Premier, you have to have in excess of 10 million yen in assets. 10 million. Um, and I don't have any assets really. So I was a bit worried about that. So I got to the bank in the morning, and there was a doorman there and everything, and he was a bit reluctant to let me in. But I kind of flashed my HSBC credit card, and he was like, "Oh, okay." And I got to the machine and typed in my PIN and everything, and it gave me money, and like the minimum I could take out was about 10,000 yen, or something ridiculous. So I did that. Uh, yeah, so I managed to have enough money to last me the day, and got me through. It was cool. Tokyo is absolutely amazing. It's yeah, it's even more mental than all the TV shows and so on. Crazier than you think. Um, yeah, absolutely fantastic. I'd recommend going there. It's just sort of a place of contradictions. So like, kind of, it's really trying to be Western in some ways, and in other ways, it's just completely rejecting all the Western ideals and all the rest of it. So it's really, really interesting. It was great. And then I got back home, been a bit jet lagged. One of the first things I did was flush my iPod down the toilet, not intentionally, and it actually worked for about an hour. Um, it went down the loo, then I managed to get it out. Um, and yeah, the screen started flickering and everything, and then it kept turning itself off and turning itself back on again. It's like a ghost. But it was working fine, and then eventually it died. I couldn't charge it up or anything, so I sent it back to Apple, and it turns out they've got these. It was 5 days left of the warranty, but they've got these magic sensors in the headphone jack that can tell whether it's been underwater or not. So obviously I fail on the warranty, so they're sending it back to me. Hopefully I can get it repaired some other way. I don't know. Yeah, so then my iPod broke. So then I tried to set up my phone to play music, and I had a little headset that came with the phone. Didn't work. Tried to install some drivers for it on the net. Completely broke my phone. Spent about 2 days having to rebuild it. So yeah, anyone's number who I've got in the last year or so, I probably don't have it anymore. Yeah, so that sucks. Also, I was expecting to get a DVD from Comedy Central when I came back. I hosted a night of South Park on Comedy Central in the UK, like last year, just before I went, and they were supposed to send me a DVD. It was me and this comedian guy, but I haven't had that yet, so I need to get onto that. Yeah, and I've got got a gig next week, but I haven't played guitar in about 6 weeks. That should be interesting. Going home to Wales over the weekend. Not going to have time to practice. Could be fun. York City Scream. You should come check it out. Yeah, and if you bring stuff to throw, make sure it's like soft, like tomatoes and things. Apples are okay as long as I can catch them, because I quite like apples. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, the main reason I'm doing this, you've sat through this much. Actually, maybe I should do it in a separate video. No, sorry, I'll do this. You sat through this far. Cream eggs. My flatmate is completely addicted to cream eggs. She eats something like 7 to 12 cream eggs a day, which is ridiculous. And so it was. We thought we should challenge her to eat as many as she could in an hour. Apparently, she's had 20 before, in like, she's eaten 20 in an hour, but they ran out of cream eggs. So she doesn't know how many she can have, and she reckons she can do about 40, and I think we should push this to about 45. I've written to Cadbury's to see if they'll sponsor us, and they say no. I'm also going to write to some doctors to see if she could die, because each cream egg is about 25 grams of sugar in, so I think 40 cream eggs, it works out about a kilogram of sugar in an hour. Don't know if that's safe or not, but her dad's a doctor, and I think he says it's fine when she eats loads and loads of cream eggs. So it's good. So basically what we're trying to do, hopefully we'll film the hour, edit it up a bit, and put it on YouTube when she does it. But I'd like to try and get people to sponsor each cream egg. I think they're like 50p or something like that. Yeah, and we'll try and get as many as possible, and then give the money to charity or something. I think this could be great. In fact, we could do it every day for a week. She probably would die then. Anyway, yeah, check out my my website for more details. And as soon as I get another response from Cadbury's, I'll let you guys know. So yeah, bye bye.